talking about synchronicity, at that time, a friend of ours came home and I was talking to him about this, and he said, I will offer you sessions with a career coach, Marisa Di Biasio. So I said, yes. Usually I would say, no, don't worry. But I said, yes. So you will be able to find your way, what you like. So I met you, Marisa, and Marisa has an interesting mix of 30 years of corporate experience together with a high level of spirituality. So for me, it was very interesting because I have the pragmatism mixed with something that helped me very much to connect with my emotions. And besides that, she offered me books, videos, readings, quotes, and especially the coaching exercises that for me seem more like games. But at the end of the exercises, I can see myself reflected. So for me, that I'm half skeptical, half curious, I couldn't believe what was going on. So, but the curious part always say, okay, let's try it. And I was trying and liked it and see myself reflected. So it was amazing, like um, magical methodology, really.
Thank you, Karina. And what was the biggest challenge that you had to face during the process?
The biggest challenge was to have faith in me, in myself. And Marisa picked it up right away. So we could work on that and try to begin a self-discovery path, road, and believe in my abilities, and started with small steps, baby steps, like, for example, registering in a fiber artist organization, FAMA, Fiber Artists Miami Association. Then, I mean, for me, they were huge steps. I say little step because sometimes you can choose little than that, more, more little, so smaller than that. So I registered in that organization. Then there was a call for artists for an exhibition. So I said, let's try. And they took a long time to say yes. And I was nervous. I was saying, no, this is not going to happen. And then they accepted my artwork. It was about a book. So it seems like when you focus, there is a synchronicity because the first um, call for artists was about a book, and that's another passion. So I said yes, I was very enthusiastic. I created a library all weaved that it's in my Instagram. And then I also registered in a French organization that I wanted to be part of. And but I didn't know anything that speaks French, so I had to do it alone. So I did that too. So those little steps help me gain more confidence each time.
Mm, great, Kari. And when did you realize that you were changing and achieving something that you didn't expect?
Well, almost as I said, it seems like an advertisement, but it is magical. And almost without noticing it, I was having more confidence, a purpose, and willing to share what I was doing. And that was a huge change for me, like going out to the world, because in my process, that was very important because I always did things for myself. Uh, I'm not going to say hiding, but not sharing. And so that was a huge change. So together with Marisa, with you, we started updating my LinkedIn. And then I said, well, I will post some articles that I've written, and the Instagram, I'm going to share with people what I'm doing, the exhibit, how I'm preparing, how you can apply to an exhibit because it can help someone. And then I said I will add a bit of humor, a bit of motivational on Mondays and everything. So little by little, I realized I was not afraid of sharing.
Talking about social media, Kari, some people think that success on social media it's nearly impossible. Hmm. How has coaching helped you to trust and believe in yourself and develop your strategy for growth?
Well, it helps a lot. Speaking about what I was telling you, the confidence, first of all, the confidence to share and the confidence and trust in yourself that you are doing something that might be interesting to others, might help others. So I think there were three pillars in me facing Instagram. And it was, of course, my process, my coaching process with you, my coaching process on the other side, studying. I'm not working as a coach, but I studied coaching. I'm a certified coach, and it's very important when you stand in front of an audience. And also my inborn empathy towards people. So even though it's Instagram, that goes through the screen. When you speak, when you answer the messages, I answer every message. And so I was ready to share, and uh, I was open to whatever happens. And also, so it was like an active reading, not active listening. And for example, one day, my sons asked me, "Do you have haters?" And I said, "Well, no, I don't have haters. That's too strong for someone that doesn't speak about religion or politics. But yes, I had in 65K, I had four unpleasant, let's say. So it was like a game for me one time to revert that comment. For example, it was a woman that in a tutorial, she wrote, "It's impossible to understand." So instead of ignoring, I asked her, tell me, thanks for writing to me, and tell me what you didn't understand, and I will do another video. And she said, after 2 days, she said, oh no, don't worry. I took a quick look of it. So it's interesting. So that's something. And also, of course, you have to create content, but I like that since I was very young, recording movies, photos, phrases, motivational humor. So it was a mix. And it's the first time I realized, well, I don't have to choose. I can put everything in one place. So that was about social media, yes.
And you write in your Instagram in 3 languages.
Yes, sometimes I don't
Great.
want to. Yes, 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 yes,
And your son, Juan, uh, helped you a lot with your videos because he's the community manager of the Inter Miami.
yes. He can't believe it.
Wow!
He can't believe he's working with Messi. He's he always say, I don't want to wake up. I say, no, it's reality. It's reality.
Great,
uh,
great,
yes,
marvelous. Um, so Beyond the professional side, Kari, what impact has coaching had in your self-image and your personal life, your family context, your friends' environment?
Yes, the impact is huge, and I'm really surprised. And I think when I'm speaking, everybody noticed that I'm surprised. Uh, when one piece moves, all the pieces shift, and that what
Mhm.
happened at home. So my boys, my one is 20, one is 23, help me, and uh, admire is too big. I don't know how to say. They look at me and they are learning and they like and they offer me advices, especially when they say they are 20 and 23 and I'm 60. So there is a huge gap. So sometimes they say, but
Wonderful.
your reel is a bit slow, and I said, well, my followers like that. You have to do something more active, and we laugh a lot. But yes, we speak about other things, and I'm standing in a different way in front of everybody. I would never do an interview like this, especially in English, and in Spanish either. So when I look back and I see that I'm going through my fourth exhibition, now in exhibit until July, in Coral Spring Museum. And then I had two in North Miami, and I had one exhibit in Clayton in the state of New York, where my artwork and another one had been published in the local newspaper. I was thrilled. A person through Instagram wanted to do an interview to me because it seems like I'm an odd duck. And I also wrote to in a magazine reader's letter about an article that was written about It's Never Too Late. So I wrote my experience and they publish it. So those I'm not afraid, even though I have how do you say something, say no, you are not accepted. I think it was crucial for me to be accepted at the first exhibition. Now I don't mind. In fact, I have been rejected for one. And so now I introduce myself as an artist, an influencer, and I add 65K because sometimes when I say 65,000, they say, oh, so they didn't believe at first when I said they thought I put that title for fun. But yes, I'm standing in a different place.
Yes, Karen, from that hobby to be an influencer with 65,000 followers, your own YouTube channel, and tutorials to share your art.
You hear all that?
Really, congratulations.
Thank
Really,
you. Thank
it's marvelous. What tools and learnings from your coaching process do you continue to apply in your daily in your day-to-day work?
Well, I've read, you offer me many readings and quotes and videos, but some of them impacted me strongly because they had a lot to do with me. So one of the things I always remember is to ask myself better questions. So instead of asking myself why I can't do this, I try to ask myself, how can I do it differently? So, and that's the difference between a growth mindset and a fixed mindset, the other way around, the fixed mindset and a growth mindset, and which I learned from Carol Dweck through you. So I always remember that it's a process. I'm not a finished product, yes, yet, but it's a process that I try to remember and to change. And so I try to manage my energy, focus. I try not to stop myself before I start. And also, we created together something very interesting that for me was science fiction, that it's a board where we wrote everything I like. We wrote, we wrote, I wrote my dreams. And it was, I was looking at that moment, and it was like Disney. Of course, I like that board, I was saying. And now almost everything is coming true. So I'm surprised and I'm very happy. There is a way to go, of course, unfortunately. But this is how coaching propels you to the unimaginable, really.
Mhm.
I couldn't imagine that.
You wrote a lot of things.
Yes.
Your mantra, your purpose, your board of ideas. We have worked on the pyramid of purpose, the PBI,
Yes.
the integral vital plan. And that was very important to you because
Yes.
you changed what?
I changed
What
my
about your health?
I changed the way I see myself. I
Mhm,
changed my confidence. I saw I could mix everything. I don't have to choose. So
mhm.
those exercises were very useful, and like they were like games at the beginning, but then at the end I had very interesting results that I applied.
And you made a change in your diet.
Yes,
Mhm,
uh, coaching has impacted in many areas of my life, and
mhm,
gaining confidence also helped me to heal a part of my health, because when I came to the States, because of the stress and the the change of diet, I had many problems. And then suddenly during the process, I was able to, in 2 months, heal, because I took away many groups of foods with almost no effort, and I reset my system, and I healed the problem. There is no problem anymore. So the main change was how I see myself, the confidence I have, and I see weaving as my creative expression. And I don't see myself anymore as a housewife with many hobbies, which is not bad, but I wanted something more. And so I see myself as a creative entrepreneur, which, by the way, was one of my career anchors that we discover in Edgar Shane's exercise of career anchors. So it was very important, that exercise, and how I see myself. And also, I remember another quote that I'm living on this quote. I'm living through this quote, which is very simple, um, of Charles Dickens: man never knows what he's capable of until he tries. So it's never too late to realize what I'm capable of. So I
mhm,
think those small goals and small successes gave me confidence uh, that impact in every area of my life.
mhm.
Yes.
What you say? to someone that thinks that it's too late to reinvent, to start something new, taking into account your experience?
Well, first of all, I will tell them, and I tell them, it's not an if. I'm telling lots of people are in my place where I was 2 years ago. Lots of people, especially women, that their children are grown up and they feel they have a blank page, but they have all these fears and it's too late. So the first thing I will tell them is to think about coaching. Coaching, it's all about change, transformation, and evolution. It's like that. And there is no age to start. There is an age to regret. And I don't think like people say, well, it's better to try and fail than not to try. I think when you try, it's all benefit for you. You can fail in something material, but if you, because maybe you try this road and it's not that road, it's another road. But when you try for yourself and your growth, it's always a benefit. So I would tell them, do whatever you want, whenever you want, with whatever you have. And for me, it worked to have everything broken in small goals. So that gives you the energy to keep on going. And it's a machinery that starts and never stops. And I also learned a lot about you, about your personality, especially that when you focus, there is like a synchronicity that happens, and the right people arrive, crosses your path, the right thing, the right situations. And so something you repeat a lot, and I like it very much, is believing is seeing, not the other way around. And it's so true. I'm trying to do that. Yes.
Great. For that, you created cute dolls.
Yes.
It's your trademark.
Yes,
Marvelous.
yes.
Kari,
And
congratulations.
I remember one day I was creating these dolls that they are usually running, and I have them in my mind since I was very very young. I didn't know if I was going to draw them, do it in ceramic, or one day I was going to do it. And then I started to create them, and suddenly there was an artist call of an exhibition that was the title was "This is not a doll's house." So I was surprised. So those things keep on happening to me, and it's amazing. It's synchronicity. Yes.
Great, great. The other side, no? Fear of failing is often a limited belief,
Yes.
an obstacle that prevents you from moving forward. So, did you feel that fear?
Yes. I felt that fear. I felt it all my life. Now with the process, I feel it. I keep on feeling it, but the desire overweights that. The desire overweights the age and the fears. I have them, but I'm standing in another position with myself, and with the process we made together, and your inquiry and your powerful questions that went through the right target, I realized all the barriers I had were built by myself and were not questioned. And so we started to work on that, and facing challenges in another place, standing in another place. So I was distinguished between imaginary fears and real fears and setting goals and challenges. So I started, as I said, in the fiber organization, then the galleries, then LinkedIn, posting articles. And so it was very interesting. And every time I find someone that says, no, I can't do this because no, I can't go forward, or I'm embarrassed. I always tell this story all the time. When I register in the French organization, French speaking people organization that depends on the French embassy here, it was something I knew I have to do because I like it. So I had to go alone because I didn't know anybody that speaks French. Now I know Gaston speaks French, so I can invite him. So I was in my car. I live in Weston, and this was Coral Gables in the ambassador's house. So I was driving and speaking French to grease my language gears. And when I arrived there, it was a beautiful home, of course, with a large table with a French pastry, coffee, tea, juice, whatever you want. And I was dying for a coffee, but I couldn't grab a coffee because I was shaking and it's going to be a mess. So I said, what? Everybody was doing networking, so everybody was nice. So I stand in a group of ladies. I just stand there. I felt like I was interrupting something, but everybody was doing the same. So, and they asked me, what do you do? And I said, I was surprised to say, I'm an artist. And so French love artists. Oh, come, she's an artist, another artist there. So, and then another woman came and asked me, a French woman, which part of France are you? No, I said, I'm from Argentina. French is my second language. Oh, good, you speak so well. So little by little, I was more relaxed. I saw nobody bites me. Everybody was nice. And I could, after 40 minutes, grab a coffee, and I went back home very happy. So yes, to grow, you must put yourself, as everybody knows, in uncomfortable places, and sometimes very uncomfortable. So yes, for me it was huge.
Right.
And yes.
Great. Congratulations, Carrie, for each step you did. Marvelous.
Thank you. Together.
Really marvelous. I feel
Thanks
so
to you.
proud of you. Really.
Thanks to
No,
you.
it's all of you.
You are a great coach.
No, and with this question, we are almost at the end of this lovely and inspiring conversation with Karina. So today, standing in this place of expansion, Carrie, what are your next steps?
Well, my next steps is keep on growing, and now I have a direction, focus, so it's easier. And I just finished another wonderful coaching process with Tanya Didenko 2 days ago, and I still have things to work, but I think now I embrace challenges. It's like a hobby. Let's do this. Let's try this. And I think the more challenges I set and overcome, the more confident I become and less afraid to facing new ones. So for me, it's very important. And I won't say I made friends with uncertainty, but I accept it more because I don't know where this road is going to lead me. And I can read you my purpose that came from this process, which was my purpose, like in the middle of the process. It said, my purpose in life is to express, write, and weave, connected with my strengths, social intelligence, gratitude, a desire to learn, and a sense of humor, aligned with my values, helping others, affection, empathy, and personal development, to make an impact on social media, NGOs, and leaving my mark on people and networks. So this was science fiction to me, and I'm doing many of these things.
You
So,
achieve
and
a lot of things of those.
yes, I achieve a lot. I'm very happy. And to finish, I will tell you about my favorite book that you offer me to get to know. And it's about learning to flow from Hungarian psychologist and philosopher Mihaly. And yes, I'm trying to flow. I'm in the process, I always say. And he uses a word that I liked so much that I use it as my brand mark. It's autotelic. Autotelic is an activity you flow in, and you do it only for the pleasure to do it without thinking about the outcome. So that's how I feel when I weave, when I knit, when I crochet. So I put that name. I put it in French because Spanish was taken. So it's autotelique moi. Voila.
And time disappears.
Yes, no time. Doesn't exist. Yes. Yes.
Kari, about your learnings from this coaching process, what is already part of your new growth mindset?
The most important part, two parts, is faith in me and wanting to share, not being afraid to share. That was the biggest impact. Yes, it's huge. It's huge. How I see myself and wanting to share what I do. Yes.
Marvelous. Great. Congratulations. I
Thank
feel
you.
really
Thank you.
sincerely proud
Thank
of
you.
you.
We are a good team. Yes.
And thanks a lot to have accepted the invitation to the process with Tatiana. I think that it would be a great opportunity to you to continue growing
Yes.
in
Yes.
this openness and visibility. And really,
Yes.
you are a great artist. So
Thank you.
thanks a lot.
Thank you, Marisa. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Thanks, Gaston. Thanks, Valeria. Thank you.
Thank you. Shakti,
Thank you.
querida. Marvelous.
Thank you.
Cecilia,
Thank you.
Sherry, Valeria, Gaston,
Thank
thanks a
you.
lot to share this golden moment for Kari.
Thank you, Karina. Thank you, Marisa. I really enjoyed the story. I was listening and there was like more and more and like, oh my God, more inspiration. So good. Such a great story, actually. I agree that it's never too late. And that's the thing that stops many people, that they think, oh, I'm already 40. But like just the life just begins. So I must say that I wouldn't even say that you said you're 60. I'm like, wow, 60.
Thank you.
So I'm very happy for your success. Such an inspiring story for the dolls. And I must say that for creation, for this creativity, you also need a lot of inspiration. So I think you have of inspiration on your own in your life, and I wish you even more and more success, because thanks to you, thanks to people like you, we all have some inspiration for our own projects.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks for
So
your
thank
words.
you, Karina, for your hard work. Thank you, Marisa, for your hard work. Because
Very hard work, Marisa.
exactly behind of every successful people,
Yes,
there are people that support us. So thank you, Marisa,
yes,
for your support and your empathy and your kindness. I think really supports Karina on her way. So thank you for that too. And
yes.
so who else wants to say the feedback? And I'll also add the link into the chat so you can put your feedback in the link. But now, who wants to have a word?
Great. Thank you.
Thank you, Karina, for sharing your story and for being so open with us. I love hearing how many different facets of yourself you have attended to and are bringing to the forefront. You
Yes,
talked about the board, where you wrote all your, I think you said dreams.
yes.
That's what's lingering in my mind. Maybe you used a different word, but
No, I use it that one. Yes.
okay. And it's I feel like there's different ways that we can do that, but to put something on a board is something that even in my coach training was creating what do you call it, an inspiration board, or
A vision board. Yes,
vision board. Yes,
yes.
thank you. It was always something that I feel that while I want to be artistic and I have such a connection to art, but I have this limiting belief. You use those words as well. I have this limiting belief that I am not an artist. And
Great.
it stopped me from creating my own vision board. I sometimes start doing things electronically, but I think that I'm inspired with what you shared today, and I hope that I can bring some of it to fruition as well. So thank you for sharing your story and for all of this.
Yes, thanks for sharing your words too, because writing the board with your hand, I think it's different from, I'm very electronic. I like it very much, and I write faster on the computer. But I think that writing it on a piece of paper, big, and putting in your closet, it's very powerful. And also, I think everybody is an artist. Everybody. Yes, I've learned that. Yes. So, and it's very interesting because when you dig in that part of you, you have energy in all the aspects of your life.
Thank you.
Yeah, I wanted to thank you again, Karina and Marisa, for doing this once again, this time in English. We have the Spanish version yesterday. And I wanted to also make a reflection about why we have purposely put this session within the coaching and education, right? Because coaching and education, one of the topics is, or sometimes related this with the career, right? So when you are in higher education, you are trying to think about your future, building your career, trying to figure out who you want to be. And the purpose of this particular session obviously is about the career, it's about the growth, it's about development. But it's important for me to put it as a way to acknowledge and be aware that this is a life journey. This is not going to happen when you are in the higher education, you are about to finish your career, you think your plan, and oh yes, that's my plan. I want to become X, Y, or Z. That's not it. That's just one part of that.
Yes.
And the invitation is obviously to do it all the time, to figure out what is your passions, what are your drivers, what are your motivations, who you are, what are your values. All of that happens all the time. So this is an invitation for everyone to think about their career. Like maybe you can put yourself in your shoes back then when you were at university, when you have all of these hopes and dreams, and especially when practically, I think that almost everything was possible. So we didn't have this kind of limiting belief that we have been building over time. about,
Yes.
oh, now it's too late, now it's not the time, now I have this, now blah, blah, blah. So maybe, yes, go back or use that energy and that white canvas that we have when you are a student, when you're about to graduate, when you are figuring out what you want to do. So there's a world of possibilities there, that everything is possible. You have the energies, you have the stamina, you have the ideas, you have the creativity. So take that or go back to that, and also consider that this is going to be a life journey. This is going to be all over again. Every now and then some things will prompt you to, so you will figure out, you will perceive that there's a discomfort, there's something that there's something missing, there's something that is not quite right. So listen to your body, listen to those cues, because maybe these are invitations for you to reflect about your career and go back to your vision board that you may have created when you were young, and check it up. Check if it's still valid, or check if there's something else that appeared. Maybe I remember I'm thinking about now these fantasy movies where things appear on the wall, like appear in some. So maybe there's some new things. Maybe there's some flowers that have blossomed now and that were seed before. And there are different things. You talk about synchronicity, you talk about things that happen when you believe, you see it, right? So maybe you didn't believe in something before, and now your belief have changed, and now you're seeing. It happens all the time. When you are open to that, you start seeing, oh, I see this, and I don't know, think about, I will put something like a test, right? Think about a red car today. So probably you will be open to observing how many red cars will you see now when you go out in the street, right? So it's about believing and seeing, or is opening to the possibilities. So thank you lots for everything that you share. I think it's super inspiring. The cute dolls are really, really cute. And there are not only dolls, there are other type of things that also are there in the making, right? So thanks again for your time and sharing that amazing story.
Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity. Thanks a lot.
Okay, and
Great. I'm so sorry, excuse me. As you mentioned it, Gaston, perhaps corporate companies has a career path, but entrepreneurs has also a career path. It's wonderful. It's marvelous. That collage, that vision board, it's very, very important to reinforce, to strengthen that your heart tells you. Thank you.
Okay, does anybody want to share a feedback here?
Yeah, me.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I would like to thank you, Karina, for sharing your love story above all, because it's what?
Yes.
It's what, I don't know the word, nurtures us all. It's what keep us on earth, love stories.
Yes, that's a very nice way to say.
Thank you.
Thanks to you. Nice words. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So I'm gonna share the QR code with you for the survey, and please tell us what you think. Give us your feedback. Okay. Yes, here it is. So you can scan it on your phone. Here is the form. And also this week we still have the events today and tomorrow. And here is the schedule actually. And yes, please, you can reach out to us, talk, connect, and we'll be happy to be in contact with you. So I will stop my screen, and I would like to say once again, big thank you to Marisa and Karina, and to our guests for your time, for being together, for connecting. And these are the valuable moments, not just for professional path, but also for our personal. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ICF, for this opportunity.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Bye. Bye.
Have a
Thank
nice
you.
day.
Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.